What's going on, guys? Another video. Classic Marley walking times, huh? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's been cold, so that's why I haven't been making a video outside. And I do miss it, I will say that. But damn. When you've been working in a warehouse all day, it's cold. I don't know, you get used to it, yeah, but you kind of get tired of. It's like I was being in the warehouse is like 40 degrees. I'm used to being in the cold. But it gets to a point where you're like, all right, bro, I've been in the cold all day. Let me get some warmth. But, it feels good to get out here and take a walk. Is that an owl? That's an owl. Dude, it's like right there. It is an owl. Damn, you can't see it. It's right up there. Maybe you can. You see the little dot right there? It's really right here. Damn. What's up, owl? We just get owls over here. It's sick. I love it. I've never seen so many owls as much as I do here where I live in the current moment. That's so cool. Like straight up the owl sound. Like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Shout out the moon in the back. Shout out the bandana, Like I said, guys, our body really is a temple for our consciousness, a vehicle. So when you just deck it out meaning, when you say deck it out, it means the kids nowadays. It means like decorate it, right? Deck it out, like customize your avatar. Like when you're playing a video game, you're designing your character. Exactly like that. Design your character, play the part you want to play. And that goes into this video, actually. I always say it, and I'll say it again, but I hope your guys' day is good. Hope you're doing what you gotta do to manifest the vision that you know that you will and can experience. But play the part you want to play. Be that version of you that you know exists now. Be it now. Remove any limiting belief, any attachment that's holding you back. That's why you gotta meditate. So you can raise your awareness, get into the subconscious mind, and see really whatever it is that's holding you back from fully embodying this version of you that exists, just waiting for you to be tapped in. For me, it was this version, the artist, the creator. I've been wanting to make videos for so long. Music for so long. But there were limiting beliefs, like maybe that I wasn't as worthy, I wasn't as credible. People think I'm crazy, just caring so much. And once I let that go, listen, I got the shivers because it's cold. But you feel so much liberation. You feel so much freer. Just letting go of these stories that we tell ourselves. Like for me, like I said, it was that I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, maybe I'm not credible, whatever. They're all just stories at the end of the day, and they don't serve us. We think that they do because we're allowing it to be, but it doesn't have to be. It never really had much power over us, these stories, but we just think that it does. And so it does because of that belief, but it never did. So your job is to go within yourself and really find out and tap in, like, what's holding you back? Who's holding you back? I always go over here because it's kind of like nice and gated. And I could just talk, and then Marley can just chill while I talk. And it feels safe. I'm behind a fence. You can't fuck with me. You know what I mean? And it's good lighting right here. Yeah, right here, perfect. Actually. Okay, maybe like focus. There we go. I guess that's good. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. But really, just be present. You know what I mean? Be present. It's like the only reason why you might be having trouble being that version of you right now is because of the story, again, that we keep on repeating about who we think that we are and what we think we are. It's like we'll tell ourselves, this is just how it has to be. It's how it's always been. This is who I am. What, Marley? What you looking at? Huh? What you looking at, buddy? I think he's looking at the bunnies. Because I don't see anyone. Yeah, I don't see anyone. I don't know what you're looking at, buddy. Anyways, where was I? He's my guard dog, though. So there's that. Isn't that right, Buster? Well, with this camera. There we go. But yeah, we tell ourselves, this is who I am. And then subconsciously, we're trying to stay consistent with that story that we keep telling ourselves. You know, that story of being that version that we think we are. You know, I'm not worthy. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough, whatever. Because it feels safe. You know, it feels familiar. You know, familiarity gives us comfort, even when it limits us. It's crazy. Even if it limits us, we'll just stick with it. But in every single moment is a new moment. Every new moment, you are a new version of you. It's just that you're recycling the same version of you by believing that to be all you are. That's why when you meditate and get your awareness to the heart and the breath, you're able to see that you're beyond those cycles, beyond that limited way of being and thinking and identity. And you've had this whole time the ability to shift and be anything else, be somebody else, you know, be a different version of you. Because every new moment is a new moment. Like, seriously, we're just flowing through time and space. It's not solid. And you can make a new choice about who you are right now at every moment. Every fucking moment. You can decide to stop proving yourself. You can stop trying to control the outcome, realizing that that's just the ego trying to control it. You can let go of the version of you that's constantly, I guess, striving. Because you don't gotta try so hard. It just happens naturally. And when you do, something powerful happens. You become more present. You allow things to happen because you're finally present. You've accepted it. You stop living in the old story. You start living from your truth. In this moment, you stop chasing reactions. You stop needing approval. Realizing again that that's just the ego needing approval. And you're beyond the ego. You're the soul having an experience as a human. You know, and realizing that you're good either way, whether they vibe with you or not. You know, you're good no matter what. Whether they understand you or not, you're good. You know, that neutrality isn't just detachment. It's freedom. It means you're centered in your own energy. You're not performing anymore. You're being. And being is easy, just like it is for you to breathe. It just comes naturally, right? When you breathe, it's easy to breathe. You don't even gotta think about it. That's what I mean. You don't gotta think about it. You just gotta be. Stop losing focus, camera. There we go. I guess that works, you know? And then from that state of just being, life, reality, whatever, starts reflecting your power back to you. It's a reflection, not because you forced it, but because you finally embodied it. Every moment is a chance to let go of who you've been and step into who you actually are and remember who you actually are. Every moment. So it's like, you can wake up every day and do the same shit over and over again. You can wake up every day and look at him. Marley, you're just chilling. He's just relaxing while making my video. Good boy, buddy. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Oh, you got comfy now, huh? Look at him, now he's just chilling. Come on. There we go. So it's like you could wake up and choose to do the same thing over and over again. It's your choice. You're the creator of reality. Like there was this guy that I used to be friends with. He was wondering why he was always sad all the time. You know, he had dreams, vision. I don't know what he's doing now. Hopefully he's chasing his dreams. I hope nothing but the best, but he was wondering why he was always sad, just going to work, coming home, playing video games all day. And then when he would be off of work, he would still just play video games all day. You know, smoking his vape, getting, hitting the nicotine, drinking, smoking weed. And it's just like, just consuming. And it's like, you wonder why you're sad, bro. Because every day is a new moment. Every day you are a new version of yourself. If you choose to be. I mean, you are. But if you're just going to stay the same version of you, then you're just recycling the same shit. So it's like I said, you have a choice to wake up and do something new. The guy that I was friends with had a choice to wake up and instead of playing video games, start making music because he wanted to make music. Start your business because he wanted to start his own food truck business. But instead he kept choosing to be the guy, the version of him that just played video games all day. Just consumes, doesn't chase the dreams, just kind of lives on autopilot, right? Not as conscious as he could be. And it was funny because he was conscious enough to realize that he could do it, but not enough to realize that, because he didn't care, and if you don't care, then are you really conscious? Because a true conscious creator cares and wants nothing but the best for themselves. Because at the end of the day, if you say you don't care, that's just the ego not caring. And it's usually coming from a place of unconsciousness. A place of victim mode. When you get yourself out of that victim mode, you are more again in your power and conscious. Realizing, remembering, you create your reality. And every day, I know it's a new day. It's just that, and it's funny because I'll go to work and it seems like it's the same thing over and over again. And it's not. Sure, it's the same thing in the sense that you're going to work, to the job again and again, but it's still a new moment, it's still a new day. And you're feeling everyone around you at your work or school, and you're feeling them maybe in their unconscious mode. Maybe they're not as conscious as they could be, right, as awakened. So they're kind of in their own cycles. They're not necessarily living in the present moment. They think that every day is kind of like the same day. They're not really aware that every day really truly is a new day. So most, you're around people at school, at work, that are in that autopilot mode, not aware that every day is a new day, so they're kind of recreating the same experience over and over again, thinking that everything is solid and that every day is the same. But it's not the same. You're just feeling everyone else's perspective on life, their projection. But as you become more aware and conscious, you realize you're aware truly that every moment is a new moment. You're going to go out at school and work, whatever, and as an empath, you'll feel them. You'll feel them feeling and believing that every day is the same. But that's just their projection, their experience. So you don't absorb that, and you remember that this moment right now is new. And I'm just feeling them believing that it isn't. So you don't have to mistake it for yourself. Because before I was aware, when I truly didn't really understand that every day is a new day, I just thought every day was the same thing. It was just a different way of understanding time and, time and space and how it works. I was unaware that I was really just feeling everyone else's own projection and assumption of reality. They were in their own cycles. So I kind of was taking up that energy as my own. But when you wake up and you realize that there is no cycle, there is no end or beginning, there's just people living on autopilot and in their cycles believing that that's just how it is, that's who they are, that's what reality is. You break out of that cycle. You can see everyone else's cycle when you break out of your cycle. So when you break out of your cycle, you're in the present moment. You can create the reality you want. When you truly understand that everyone's a new moment, you do go out and about in reality in a different way. Because you're not going to do the same shit. You're going to do something different. And then you can also see and predict the way it would work through time and space. So it's like, if I do this, then this could happen. Or if I do this, then I can go on this timeline. And this timeline can lead up to these opportunities or whatever. If I do this and that. So it's like you create from the present moment. You create from the now. much easier, much easier through understanding that every moment is a new moment. So it's like you become more conscious about what you do, what you feel, and what you think through every action that you take, and you're manifesting in the physical. So now I don't think shitty thoughts, I think high vibe thoughts, love, light, open to new things, no fear, no what if this happens, what if that happens, just it's gonna happen. We don't gotta focus on the bad, because where awareness goes, energy flows. So we put our awareness on the good. So every day I put my awareness on the good, I put my awareness on what I can create, All of it is now. There's no point to think of the past. There's no point to even think of the future, because it's what you do now that matters how your future will be. So you want a good future, okay? Then in this present moment, create the reality you want. Do all of which would lead you to that version of you that you know you could be right now. So for me, I want to be a YouTuber, or I already am, right? I want to be traveling the world, I want to have that YouTube plaque, that play button that you get after getting 100,000 subscribers. Okay, well, how would I even get there, right? Start making videos. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta do all of what you would need to do to even get there. That's part of manifesting. It is physical. It's not just thinking about it. No, dude, it's physically affirming it. So you can do this, guys. You can fucking do this. Dude, my mom's aired. What the fuck, bro? I thought she got a new tire. Is this a new? No. I think, bro, that shit is flat. I'm like, bro, they just switched it. This might be a spare tire. I don't know. I think it's a spare. And now she popped the spare. That's funny. Fucking mom. Let me make sure my tires are good, just in case. Alright, cool. Anyways, guys, I did not realize this was a long video today. Usually it's been 10 minutes. Well, without further ado, Namaste, Liddy. I'll see you tomorrow. Be it now.